This is going to be your guide for getting the nature that you want on Poke Transporter Pokemon. That is right, you can actually determine the nature of the Pokemon you are transferring into Pokemon Sun and Moon from the Red, Blue, and Yellow Virtual Console. So as you might notice right here, I caught a lot of Machop, and they all have the same level, straight from the same area, and they're all an Impish nature. Well, if we also go and check out the summary of these Pokemon, we can see that they also have the same experience points. 10,208, 10,208, 10,208, and so on. And then we can see that different natures show different experience points as well. That this Machoke was caught, gained no experience in Pokemon Sun or Moon version, has 7 as the last digit, and yet it's also going to be a Pokemon that has a different nature, such as the Relaxed nature. So believe it or not, but Red, Blue, Yellow Pokemon natures are based off of experience when transported into Pokemon Sun and Moon, and there's actually a chart for this, and it's a very simple chart that it just goes down the natures list while also just adding 1 to the experience. So the last 2 digits of your experience points are whatever, and then that is going to determine the nature. So if you have just a 0, so double 0 is going to be a hardy nature, then we have lonely, brave, adamant, naughty, bold, and so on like that. So as you can see right here, I had an 8, and then we have the impish nature at 8, and then we have the relaxed nature at 7. So already looking pretty good, but it gets even crazier because there's a pretty effective way of getting the exact nature that you want in a really short amount of time. To change the nature to your desired one, go to Route 1 and battle a level 3 Pidgey or Rattata. Level 3 Rattata gives 24 experience, which makes the nature move up 1 row in the table. Level 3 Pidgey gives 23 experience, which makes the nature move up 2 rows on the table. And we can see that pretty easily once we go back to the table right here. So let's say we're on 8 experience, and then we gain 23 experience. Well, that's going to push us up to 31, which moves us up 2 rolls. Impish now becomes a docile nature. So let's go into the Virtual Console and check this one out. Now this shows to be immediately useful because of all the crazy Pokemon that you can catch in the Red, Blue, Yellow versions. Look at this, I have 3 legendaries right now. Also Mewtwo, you can guarantee the nature of a Mewtwo by just catching it once, and also all of the transfer Pokemon have a guaranteed 3 max IVs, so you can have an immediately competitive Pokemon if it's like a frail sweeper you don't care about, or you have a Pokemon that you can level up in Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, transfer over, Hyper Train at level 100, and then you have a competitive Pokemon with the correct nature for very little effort. So let's go and check out the Zapdos right now. So on the screen you can press A and then you can see the experience points. So 250, which means we're looking for 50 on the table, which means it's going to go and be a hardy nature. Well, hardy doesn't sound that great, and I already know about the Route 1 stuff. So if I went to kill a Rattata or a Pidgey on Route 1, kind of loops back around and then moves up the ladder. So we'd go from 50 to 74 or 73, which means it'd be a careful or a quirky nature. And then we also have some other ones over here, like then we'd bounce up to sassy, gentle. So if I want a special defense nature on my Zapdos, we'd be set pretty quickly. But what about some other natures? So I'm going to go and see other experience rates that we can get from other Pokemon. So this is a wild Pidgey. Oh wait, this is still level 3 Pidgey. Dang it, I wanted to see like if we just hung around the Viridian City area if we would get something else. But let's go inside of the Viridian Forest and see if we get any kind of other experience rates. A level 3 Caterpie in Viridian Forest gave me 22 experience. A level 4 Caterpie in Viridian Forest gave me 30 experience, which means we are jumping from 50 down to 80. So now we can start cutting out just pieces of 5 with this, which actually works out pretty well, and we can jump around the table like that. Now I did KO a level 3 Caterpie as well, and that gave me 22 experience. So 22 experience is going to make you move up by 3 instead of 2 or 1 like with a Pidgey or Rattata. I think the Route 1 method works really well if you're trying to like dial it in and just get really precise, because you're going to encounter those Pokemon very commonly in a place like the Viridian Forest. You can get all kinds of crazy Pokemon. Like, what's the level 5 Metapod going to give us experience-wise? It's probably going to be like a strange amount, but pretty much as long as you're doing like mod 25, that's how you can just bounce around and then do it. But at the same time, instead of soft resetting entire Pokemon, yeah, that gave me 51 experience. So that means we actually go up by 1 instead of anything else. So that means we just move from like our now bold nature to a docile nature or something like that. So I think this is a lot better. Like, you just keep encountering Pokemon. If you're looking for precise experience, yeah, then you can go to like specific areas. But if you're just trying to bounce around and then start honing in, just KO some Pokemon. That within a few minutes you'll be able to have the correct nature that you want on a Pokemon that you're transferring into Pokemon Sun and Moon. So this works for legendary Pokemons. I think another really good one would be Ditto. Now, Ditto gets a bit more interesting because it has to be a Pokemon that you can transform into or KO. Or if you switch out, then that means the experience rates are going to change since you are receiving reduced experience. Ooh, 41. So yeah, that'd be like a really big jump compared to anything else. I'd move up by 16 on that 41. But yeah, with Ditto, That's going to be trickier, but say you catch a wild Ditto and it has the right experience, you can use those wild caught Dittos, or you can just try to throw in some experience, and now you have a breeding Ditto that has 3 or more guaranteed IVs, and then the correct nature that you want to breed with. So I think that there's a lot of really cool applications of this, and there we go, guys. That's how you lock in the natures that you want in Pokemon Sun and Moon from the Red, Blue, Yellow Virtual Console. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.